Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnana Jana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Mahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajeevam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakhanvitamscha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namo Sute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Chapatitana Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraha Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhi Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge by which we can directly see our own self, Pratyaksha Bhagamam Dharmyam. And this knowledge also can be joyfully performed, and it is eternal knowledge, Susukam Kartum Avyayam. In the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we are studying about different types of yajnas. So Krishna is teaching us that everything, whatever we do, that has to be only as an offering unto Krishna, as yajna. If we do that, then we are freed from all sins. If we don't do that, then we are going to be affected by the sinful reactions. And with knowledge, it is possible for us to burn all the reactions into ashes. Yataidamsi samittogni Vasmasat kurute. Yataidamsi samittogni Vasmasat kurute juna Jnanagni tagda karmanam Basmashat Purute Tata. So the fire, which is blazing fire, can burn all the wood into ashes, the firewood into ashes. Similarly, the fire of knowledge can burn all the reactions into ashes. So each and every action has got an equal and similar reaction. But we don't want any reaction. If we get reaction, that means we are going to be bound to this material way. That's what if we are getting the reaction. If we are able to burn all those reactions, that means we will not be bound to this material way. There is no more bondage to this material way. So how we can free ourselves from all the reactions to our actions? We have to have this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So using this Bhagavad Gita knowledge only, we can burn all the reactions into ashes. Because with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will develop love on Krishna. So when we love Krishna, then whatever we want to do, everything we want to do only for Krishna. So that's what happens. Even in this material world also, when someone loves, the boy and girl, they start loving. So then they just try to give up everything else. It's happening in this material world. We are seeing that. So all other relatives, all other parents, they don't want to hear and they don't want to listen to the parents. So all such things are happening in this world, material world. But that should happen for us with Krishna. We should love Krishna so much that we should not be listening to anyone else in this world. We should be simply listening only to our Krishna. Whatever he wants to say, we want to hear from him. He's already teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita what we are supposed to do. So, because we love our Krishna, our Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, we want to please him, we want to listen to him, we want to do what he wants from us. Because we love only Krishna, no one else. We cannot love 2-3 persons at the same time. It is impossible. Of course, we can be good to others. We can be good to everyone. We can say that I love the society, I love this, and all such things we can do. But when it comes to meeting the expectations of pleasing someone, it is not possible to do that simultaneously with different persons. We cannot do that. We can do that only to one person. That person has to be Krishna. That's what we need to understand. From Bhagavad Gita, we are understanding that point very, very clearly. Whatever Krishna wants, we want to do. Because we want to dedicate our life to Krishna. He is our constant companion. He will never get away from us. Even in this material world, this so-called love, they don't, I was just now explaining that they don't even listen to parents, they don't listen to anyone. But after some time, what happens? Then they will be very much fed up and then they will divorce. Especially these days, the divorce rate is so much. It is becoming very, very common. Just few decades ago, 3-4 decades ago, it's very, very rare news actually. So it is not that much common at all. Now these days, lawyers make a lot of business out of this. It's so much. So, but Krishna will never ever divorce us. Never ever Krishna will leave us. He loves us so much. He is with us all the time, even if we hate him, even if we don't listen to him. Krishna is with us only. He is not leaving us. He loves each and every individual soul, everyone. Sarva bhuteshu, all living entities. Krishna loves everyone. So sarva bhuteshu yenaikam bhavam avyayam ikshade. So that's what is the Krishna. So when we start loving Krishna, then everything works very well. The chemistry works very well, physics works very well. So that's what they call it as chemistry. So here it works very well. The chemistry between us and Krishna is spiritual. So that's what we need to know. We need to understand. So we have to develop that love, affection, whatever we call prema, bhakti, devotion, everything on Krishna. So that is pure, that is unalloyed, and that is permanent. And that is going to take us to Krishna because we love him. We don't want to forget him at all. We want to please him all the time. So then there is no job for us in this material world. There is no need for us to come back to this material world, because now we want to go with Krishna. We want to be with Krishna. Even though Krishna is coming here to this material world, Krishna is coming, but we need to be there with Krishna. That's what is very important. So by Krishna's mercy, we are actually able to study this Bhagavad Gita and understand this Bhagavad Gita. So now we are developing that love on Krishna because of this knowledge. This knowledge is the key. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge is everything. So that's what we need to understand. So with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, so we know that Krishna is the Supreme Lord without any doubt. So we need to understand that. So that's what is very, very important. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are getting this knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So we need to make use of this knowledge. We have to completely make use of this knowledge, and we need to get this knowledge fully and understand this knowledge, and each and every chapter, each and every sloka, we need to understand it completely. So in this effort, Krishna is with us. Krishna is helping us. So he is giving us this knowledge. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that this knowledge comes from me. And our body is a machine. It's a very complicated machine. There's so much. The way it is designed is really, really such a very, I won't even say it's complicated, it's a very sophisticated, very, very difficult. We can't even think about it. Krishna has designed this body where the soul is inside this body, where we can make use of our brain, especially with this human body. We can think, we can store everything in our memory, and we can access that memory, and we can think, we can plan, we can act, we can do a lot of things with this human body. So we have to make use of this body to develop that love on Krishna. That's what is very important. With our mind, especially the mind. Because when this body, we have to use to serve Krishna, to connect with Krishna, to do everything. So with our senses, all the working senses, knowledge acquiring senses, our mind, everything should be focused, everything should be connected only with Krishna. That is possible with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is teaching us. Krishna is giving us, and unfortunately in this world, not everyone is ready for that. Because of Maya, because of ignorance, because people are so much attached to the material sense objects, not realizing, not thinking that this is a temporary life, this is a miserable life. So simply we get attached to a lot of non-permanent things in this world, and we think that we are great. We are great achievers. That's what we think. We don't know that we are great fools. Without having this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, without knowing that we are the soul, and thinking that this material life is everything and all achievements are great and all such things, that way we are proving that we are ignorant. We are mudas. That's what Krishna is teaching, that mudas. Mudas means fools. So only those who develop love on Krishna, understand this Bhagavad Gita and listen to Krishna and follow Krishna's instructions, only they can be freed from the reactions. They can only go to Goloka. Teme matam idam nityam anutistanti manavaga shraddhavanto anasuyanto muchyante tepi karmabi. So those who follow my injunctions, my scriptural injunctions, those who follow with faith without envy, so they will achieve liberation. Muchyante tepi karmabi. Yetvetat abhyasuyanto nanu tistanti me matam sarvajnana vimudatma viddinashtan achetas. But those Etvetat abhyasuyanto nanu tistanti me matam, those who don't follow my instructions, my injunctions. So due to enviousness, out of enviousness, etvetat abhyasuyanto nanu tistanti me matam sarvajnana vimudatma viddinashran achetasya. That's what Krishna is. So they will not have any knowledge. So viddinashran achetasya. So they are the losers. So they will be bereft of all knowledge, viddinashran. So achetasa. So our chetasa, our thoughts, our mind, everything should be only connected with Krishna, only should be focused on Krishna. So then our life is very, very, very meaningful. So that is possible with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. We are developing that love on Krishna with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. We have a lot of service to do, a lot of activities to do for Krishna. We should not be attached to anything in this material world for that. We have to make our life very, very simple. We should not make our life very complicated. Because if we make it very complicated, then we cannot serve Krishna. Then we will be bound more to this material world. We have to make our life very, very simple. For that, Krishna will help us. So that's what we studied in the 4th chapter. Krishna is teaching us that. So we should just be happy with what we get. Yadircha labha santushto. We should not have any other desires. Nirasiri atachittatma. We should be able to give up the attachment to all the results of activities. Tyaktva karma palashanga. So that's what Krishna is teaching us repeatedly in this Bhagavad Gita. If we are able to do that, if we are satisfied with what we have, if we simply depend on Krishna, and if we are not disturbed for any other reasons in this material world, so then we are all set to go to Goloka. That is happening. That is by Krishna's causeless mercy, it is happening. So we are slowly making that progress. And Krishna considers a person who has the complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita as his own self. Udaraga sarva evaite jnani tu atmaiva me matham. That's what Krishna is saying. What is Krishna's matham? Te me matham idam nityam anutistanti manavaga. That's what I was telling earlier. So those who follow my instructions without any envy, so with faith. So what is Krishna's matham? So atmaiva me matham. So I consider to be my own self. So that's what is Krishna's matham. So if we have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna considers us himself. That's why udaraga sarvaye vaite jnani tvatmaiva me matham astitaka sahi yuktatma mameva tamam gati. So astitaka sahi yuktatma. So he is situated, he is engaged in the right way. What he is engaged? Mameva uttamam gatim. So keeping me as the topmost goal. That's it. Destination. So Krishna is going to Goloka, being with Krishna. So going to Goloka, desiring to go to Goloka is, we cannot say that it is something like a desire. Which we should not, like an attachment. We should not say like that, because we want to be with Krishna. So that is definitely we want to have that attachment. Want to go to Goloka and be with Krishna. So definitely we want to do that. Who will say, a devotee of Krishna will say, no, that I don't want to go to Goloka, let me be here. Not like that. We want to be with Krishna. We want to see him face to face. We want to play with Krishna. We want to serve Krishna. So that same Krishna who came here 5,000 years ago, We want to be with him. Even though he is here with us right now, we are not able to see him with our eyes, material eyes. We need that divine eyes. We need that spiritual body. We need to get out of this material bed. This is not a place for us to come back again. That is very important. We don't want to come back to this material world again, where everything is struggle. This life is very, very temporary. We don't know how long we are going to live also. So nothing is certain here. So that way, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we understand very well that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and we develop that love. And by Krishna's causeless mercy, we will develop that attachment on Krishna. So we have finished 29 verses in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna is teaching very, very clearly about the different types of yajnas. So what Krishna is teaching, we are studying in this sloka number 28. Krishna is teaching us that Dravya yajnas, tapo yajna, yoga yajnas, tata pare, swadhyaya jnana yajnascha, yatayaga samshita vrata. So, dravya yajnas, tapo yajna, yoga yajnas, tata pare, swadhyaya jnana yajnascha, yatayaga samsita vrata. So, offering the possessions, dravya yajnas, and the austerities, offering the austerities, and the yoga, performing the eightfold mysticism, that yoga asana, yoga yajnas, tata pare. Then others, swadhyaya jnana yajnas, studying the Vedas. For example, this Bhagavad Gita is everything. Studying this Bhagavad Gita is the jnana yajna. So that's what swadhyaya jnana yajnas, yatayaga samsita vrataga. So taking strict vows. So they will perform this jnana yajna. That's what we are doing. We are very committed. We are studying this Bhagavad Gita every day. We are making a lot of progress. So this is what we are doing is jnana yajna. So, swadhyaya jnana yajnascha yathayaga samsita vrata. Having accepted strict vows, some become enlightened by sacrificing their possessions, and others by performing severe austerities, by practicing the yoga of eightfold mysticism, or by studying the Vedas to advance in transcendental knowledge. So, for us, we are studying Bhagavad Gita to advance in transcendental knowledge. That's what Swadhyaya Jnana Yajna means, studying Bhagavad Gita. So that's what. So this is the Jnana Yajna what we are doing. So then in the next sloka what we studied yesterday, Krishna is teaching us about the pranayama. Prana, apana, controlling the, offering the outgoing air into the incoming air, offering the incoming air into the outgoing air, and then controlling both incoming and outgoing air and stopping our breathing and just holding it. So that's what is pranayam. So, apane jukvati pranam, prane panam tatha pare, pranapana gati rudva, pranayama parayana, apare niyatahara. Pranan praneshu jugvati. Apane jugvati pranam. So apane is the incoming air. So pranam is the outgoing air. So offering the outgoing air into the incoming air, apane jugvati pranam, and prane apanam tatha parem. So offering the income out prane, so the outgoing air, offering the incoming air into the outgoing air. Pranapana gati rutva, by stopping the breath. So that is pranayama, parayanagam. So apare niyatagaraga, someone, so just by curtailing the eating process. So they will just offer the outgoing air into the outgoing air itself. So praneshu jugvati. So that's what I was explaining about the pranayama process. So in the pranayama, we will be doing the pranayama in the process. So we have to use this our hands like this. So this mudra, and then close one nostril and then inhale for 4 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale and then hold it for 16 seconds. And then through the other nostril, exhale for 8 seconds. So then repeat the same thing. Like that, continuously do it for 10 minutes in a day. So that means we are doing the pranayama, we are offering to Krishna. So that's what is the yajna. So pranayama. So that's what. Still others who are inclined to the process of breath restraint to remain in trance, practice by offering the movement of the outgoing breath into the incoming and the incoming breath into the outgoing, and thus at last remain in trance, stopping all breathing. Others curtailing the eating process offer the outgoing breath into itself as a sacrifice. So then in the next sloka number 30, what we are studying, Krishna is teaching us. Sarve pyete yajnavidho yajnakshapita kalmashah yajnasistamrita bhujo yanti brahma sanatanam. Just 1 second. So, Sarve pyete yajnavidho yajnakshapita kalmashah yajnashistamrita bhujo yanti brahma sanatanam. So, by knowing all these different types of yajnas, sarve pyete yajnavidho. So by performing all these yajnas, getting freed from all the sins, yajna kshapita kalmashaha, yajna sistamrita bhujo. So by enjoying this yajna, one will attain the eternal life. Amrita. Amrita bhujo means, so there is a nectar. So amrita is the nectar. So that means no death. So that's what yajnas, by enjoying the nectar. So those who have tasted such nectar, yajnasistamrita bhujo yanti brahma sanatanam. So they will enter into the Krishna's abode. So that's what yanti brahma sanatanam. They will enter into the supreme. So that's what Krishna is teaching us. So all these performers who know the meaning of sacrifice become cleansed of sinful reactions, and having tasted the nectar of the results of sacrifices, they advance toward the supreme eternal atmosphere. So that's what is happening with us. It's going to happen with us by Krishna's causeless mercy. By studying this Bhagavad Gita, we are going to go to Goloka. There is no doubt about it. So now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Nithinamini. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nithinamini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Tulsi Vilasi Prabhu. Prabhu,
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
I'll be just back in a minute. Okay, Prabhu? You just release. Yes, Prabhu. I'll just be back in 1 minute.
Okay, Guruji. Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I kindly request the devotees to use the Zoom raise hand feature to ask your questions to Guruji. Shashi Kopar Mataji and Mithun Prabhu says, Hare Krishna Guruji, thank you for enlightening us every single day. Thank you for the wonderful class. And Hina Mataji says, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Guruji. There are no questions so far. So thank you, Guruji, for today's class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Barka Mataji, Barka Gupta Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Very nice explanation.
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Mataji. So you understood everything today, Mataji. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
yes, Prabhuji. No any question today.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Lalita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Subir Mishra Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Really beautiful, wonderful lecture. Learning from you. Current slokas are really interesting, very interesting. And you have combined everything, spiritual, yoga, and this, that. And you have demonstrated
everything is a part of this, yes, Prabhu. Everything is a part.
And today you have demonstrated also by showing how it is to be performed and what time it should be.
Yeah.
Really wonderful learning from you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam. Hare
Dandavat
Krishna,
Pranam,
Hare
Swami.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare.
Hare.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you,
आपका
Prabhu.
आशीर्वाद बना रहे. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
to
Krishna,
everyone.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Hare. Brinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank
Hare
you
Krishna.
for the class. Yes, it was good when we have that it's a unit connect. That's
Your voice
the
is
real
breaking.
Even if we are doing physical exercises, our mind should be connected to the Lord, Sri Krishna.
Yes. Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Union. Yoga actually means union, no, Guruji?
That is correct. That is very much true. Yes, Mataji.
Yes. So that's a very good takeaway. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Chitrita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Guruji. No questions today, Guruji. More realization. And seriously,
Yes.
when you find you don't know you lose the purpose of life as to what you want to live. Today's explanation is so clear that yes, you have a body, you have a mind. Use it productively. Use it for Krishna. Don't spend your time in loitering around in this like a foolish idiot.
Exactly.
Really,
Yes.
Guruji, wonderful. Wonderful lesson, Guruji. Thank you so much.
That's what we have to do. Krishna's mercy, it will happen, Mataji. Krishna will make us to, Krishna will engage us in his service.
Guruji, do you think the soul knows when it travels to Goloka? We will not.
We will, when we go to Goloka, we will realize, we will enjoy there. So there we will be fully knowledgeable only. Krishna will reveal us everything. It's not a problem. Yes. So there we will be fully, completely blissful only, Mother. I think you got disconnected. Hare Krishna. See you joining again. Hare Krishna. Palaniappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Chitrita Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Sorry, Guruji, I got disconnected.
Yes,
Connection.
yes,
Guruji, I just want to ask a question. Do you think the soul knows that it will be traveling to Goloka?
When we realize,
we will
when
not
we
know.
are freed from everything in this material world, we are in the Brahma Bhuta platform, so that we will know for sure we are in the Brahma Bhuta platform. Because with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we know that. So we will be a pure yogi. So then we will leave it to Krishna only. We don't know whether we are going to go to Goloka at that time, but Krishna is saying that Naite Sthiti Partha Jnanam Yogi Mukhyati Kaschana. So a yogi will not be bewildered by all those things. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu yoga yukto bhava. Therefore, all the time you engage in performing this yoga. So be situated in yoga. So that means be equal in both success and failure. So that way, when we go to Goloka, of course, we will be fully knowledgeable only. So we will understand everything. So there, Krishna reveals everything. Yes, Mother. You know, when we go to Krishna Goloka, we will know that from there we know that there is a material well. For sure we know that. Yes. But we will not come back here.
Okay, great.
But it doesn't matter whether we
No.
know or not, but we are going to enjoy there in Goloka forever. That is true. Hare Krishna, you got disconnected again. Palliappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama.
Rama Hare.
Today's sloga is very simple, and your explanation also. What I felt is it's a very simplest thing. When we know Bhagavad Gita, that is live as a very simple person in this present world, then Krishna is always with you, and Krishna is always with you, and there is no difference. He will not show any difference between you and Krishna. He himself become you. That is a very interesting thing to hear. It's a very, very interesting thing. That means we have to live a very simple life, thinking Krishna. That is a very, very important thing which we have to realize. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you for the
Mataji.
wonderful class, Guruji. And
Yes.
Also for teaching us pranayama.
Yes.
Yeah, there are different forms also, isn't it, Guruji? Different forms of
No.
pranayama. Only the
This is the only way to do pranayama. Just inhaling 4 seconds and holding it for 16 seconds and releasing it for 8 seconds. Yes, Mother.
Okay.
Through one nostril, and then again inhale through the other nostril and hold it, then release from the second nostril. So we keep doing it. So this is the one. When I was in IIT, I also learned it from Sivananda Yoga Center in Chennai. But this is the way to do pranayama, and also Surya Namaskara is the best yoga to perform every day. Yes, Mother. That is Surya Namaskara.
We are learning all this, Guruji. I'm doing it in our yoga class every day. So they teach
I
us
think
other
this-
forms of pranayama also, like Bastrika and a few other.
Yeah, maybe there may be
Kapalabhati,
different forms, but this is the best,
This is, they say, is the king of all pranayama. This particular.
Because we can't do different things. If we do this and Surya Namaskara, then that is more than enough. We don't have time to do all other things.
Yeah. So all these forms of sacrifice, as you call, Guruji, they are all for removing the material reactions, it says in the book. So what does it mean by that? Is it to remove your past karmas?
We are actually maintaining a very good health by doing this yoga. That means we are able to, first of all, we need to sit straight, don't look at any other directions, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we need a good posture. So definitely this yoga is going to help. It is connected with Krishna only. Yes, Mother. So that way, we have a good breath. Yeah.
Yeah, and all the other sacrifices that you mentioned yesterday and day before, of letting go of one's possessions and things like that, for traveling, doing pilgrimage, all distributing food, all those kind of things. All these are for towards what end? Is it all for removing the karma, or how is it? Like
everything should be offered to Krishna. That's it. We are doing it only for Krishna. We need to spend, we need to use this time wisely, our human life. That's what is very important. So simply follow what Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita. That's it. Nothing different. We should not be doing anything other than what Krishna is teaching in this Bhagavad Gita. So for that, the main job is to spread Krishna's message, Bhagavad Gita. That is our main job. For that, all other things will help. For example, doing pranayama, doing the yoga, we can maintain because we need a good health. So, and then eating prasadam offered to Krishna in the mode of goodness. So all these things we are following Bhagavad Gita only. So that way we are living as per Bhagavad Gita, maintaining better health and focusing our mind on Krishna. And spreading Krishna's message. So that way, we are doing what all Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita. Yes, Mother.
Okay, Guruji.
So,
okay, yeah.
Everything
Yes,
is finally.
Basically, all of them lead to Krishna. All the good practices that we follow, everything finally leads to Krishna consciousness.
Krishna, that's it.
Yes,
exactly. Yes, Mother.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you. Thank you very much for the class.
Thank you,
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Suresh Tabi Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Class was nice, Guruji. Thank you so much for teaching daily. Daily you are giving something new information. Daily we get. Means till now we have not realized the smallest thing. Actually that will be the small thing. Then also we won't realize that small thing also sometimes.
Yes.
Daily I'm getting the new point to think.
Yeah. It's
Thank
in
you
our
so much.
daily life. Yes, Mother. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is making us to realize, because Krishna, this Bhagavad Gita is the continuous source of knowledge. That's what we are realizing every day when we study. We are getting new knowledge. Yes, Mataji.
Every time I listen to Bhagavata and Ramayana, every time I came to know, means last time when I heard this thing, I didn't, means that will not strike us. This time that will strike the new thing.
Yes, yes.
Same thing now I'm actually daily I listen to you. When I listen to you, then I'll realize, oh, this is the new thing I learned today.
Exactly.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Mother. We are enjoying every day by Krishna's mercy.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Suresh Tabi Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
We have got a very nice learnings, especially like you knowing Bhagavad Gita is knowing yourself.
Yeah.
That is one thing what I like, and another thing is like Guruji, when we are actually dravya, we are saying that dravya we are offering, means like probably is it like the symbol like what you love, you are sacrificing and giving it to the Krishna.
That is correct. We are just living. We are doing everything for Krishna. Yes,
Krishna. Yes.
Everything we are using it in Krishna's service. That's it.
Yeah, good. So it is like developing the bhavana of samarpana, like you give up everything, and then you give up everything to the Krishna.
Everything to Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, offering everything to Krishna.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. Very nice learning, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Guruji, thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Hare.
Namaste. Namaste, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Manoranjan Sagu Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Really wonderful session, and I have managed to practice Surya Namaskar when I was a student, and still it is real controlling of the mind so that we can connect with Lord Krishna. So sadhana, meditation, these things are very necessary. It's a prerequisite for the transcendental knowledge. For this Goloka, you can reach easily. Regularly, you should meditate upon God and concentrate our mind. Mind gets agitated. This is the means only to achieve that mind. Equanimity of mind can be achieved through this practice of pranayama. Really wonderful system this. And every day we are getting this kind of knowledge, and we are talking. Really, I am very indebted to you, Guruji. So it is that Buddha case or Utsi case or like that, how to control our senses. Indriya, control the senses. So it is named as that. So Arjuna is the only fittest candidate. He is the only disciple of God. Very much more and more you read Gita, so many words, very powerful and really heart-touching. And really one can transform. Sincerely seek after this knowledge. This is the only thing one can actually go transform. And real human being can be. We can retain that kind of spiritualism. So to follow Gita, really wonderful session. Pranam Guruji, Satata Naman.
Hare Krishna. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan.
Hare Krishna,